Gap 3S. What would happen if an asteroid the size of the Moon collided with Earth? What would happen if a space monster the size of the Moon was heading towards Earth? It's not a movie, nor a crazy theory. It's a remote possibility, but a real one. Imagine an asteroid so gigantic that it could wipe out the entire planet in seconds. In this video, we will explore what would happen if an asteroid the size of the Moon collided with Earth. An event so colossal that it would make the extinction of the dinosaurs seem like a minor scare. Get ready for a journey into the heart of the apocalypse. Join me to unravel, step by step, the cosmic terror that this universal cataclysm would unleash. Let's dig deep into the science, speculation, and the possible consequences of an impact of lunar proportions. The impossible asteroid. The Moon has an approximate diameter of 3,474 kilometers. If we imagine an object of those proportions traveling through space, we are not talking about just any rock. We are talking about a mini-planet, a sphere of death that represents an existential threat to all known life. A body of this size, with a mass similar to that of the Moon, 7.35 times 10 to the 22nd kilograms, traveling at speeds of up to 30,000 kilometers per hour, it would have kinetic energy of apocalyptic scale. Its impact would be equivalent to the simultaneous detonation of several trillion nuclear bombs. The question is, where could something so big come from without us having detected it before? The answer lies in the farthest regions of the solar system, the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. There, hidden in the darkness, space colossi could roam, waiting for only a slight gravitational disturbance to change its fate. Imagine astronomers detecting a slight movement. At first they ignore it, then the trajectories are recalculated, something is coming, and it's huge. Official confirmation: an object of lunar proportions is heading toward Earth. Its trajectory is direct. Estimated time to impact, 27 days. Space agencies around the world are on red alert. The NASA, the ESA, Roscosmos, the CNSA, they're all working on simulations. Governments are preparing for the worst possible scenario. The world falls into chaos. The news calls it the Lunar Judgment Day. Theories, misinformation, and fear are spreading. Some people are building shelters, others are looting supermarkets. Social media is flooded with messages of despair, hope, and resignation. In the midst of all this, scientists are making public the odds, 99.9% of a direct hit. Humanity has less than a month. When we talk about deflecting asteroids, we're usually referring to objects a few hundred meters or a few kilometers in diameter, but this is a different story. Deflecting an object the size of the Moon would require an amount of energy which exceeds all of humanity's energy production. Nuclear bombs, even the most powerful ever built, they wouldn't even scratch its surface. The only possible scenario would be the evacuation of the planet, but we have nowhere to go. Mars is not yet colonized, let alone millions of people. The scientists' verdict is clear. This event cannot be stopped. Humanity can only watch and wait. And then, the day arrives. The sky begins to brighten. Not like a sunrise, it's a heavenly fire. A second moon appears on the horizon, but this time it comes with fury. The object enters the atmosphere. It does not disintegrate. Its size is too big. Friction with the air generates enough heat to evaporate nearby oceans before reaching land. The point of impact is the Pacific Ocean. The moment it hits the water, a crater thousands of kilometers across is created. The Earth's crust cracks like glass. Continents rise, others sink. Tsunamis hundreds of meters high hit all the planet's coasts. The sky darkens. The atmosphere burns. The shock wave circles the planet several times. The sound of impact mingles with the roar of destruction. Then, only silence. The consequences don't end with the impact. Dust and debris thrown into the atmosphere block sunlight. A winter of impact begins. Temperatures drop dramatically. Photosynthesis stops. Plants die. The animals that depend on them too. The atmosphere fills with ash, toxic gases, and acid rain. The entire Earth becomes a frozen, poisoned hell. The planet's axis shifts. The magnetic field temporarily collapses. The northern lights are visible at the equator, but there's no one around to see them. Earth becomes a hostile version of Mars, cold, dry, and dead. What about life? Does it all disappear? On the surface, yes. But in the depths of the ocean, near hydrothermal vents, some extremophile life forms might survive. Hardy bacteria, archaea adapted to acidity and extreme heat, could continue to live. Those tiny life forms could repopulate the planet, but that would take millions of years. We humans wouldn't be around to see it. What if we had colonies on the Moon or Mars? Could we survive? Maybe, but those colonies do not yet exist. What's on the Moon is just exploration technology. And on Mars, there is no one yet. The International Space Station could host a few astronauts, but only for a limited time. Bunkers on Earth could withstand the initial impact, but not the decades-long nuclear winter. Food would run out, the air would be toxic. There would be no escape. Humanity would be doomed. Imagine that a distant alien civilization was observing the Earth. They saw a blue planet full of life, technology, and hope, and suddenly a flash, a bright spot, a cloud envelops everything, and then silence. To them, Earth would be just another untold story. Another civilization extinguished before reaching its potential. How many worlds have they seen fall like this? Everything we were, everything we did, turns to dust. The cities, the books, the memories, the songs, the dreams, nothing remains. But there is also a warning for those who listen. The universe is not a peaceful place. It's chaotic, wild, a battlefield where those who adapt survive, or those who are lucky. We must prepare ourselves, not to live in fear but to live wisely, with technology, with a vision for the future. Because the question isn't whether something like this could happen, the question is when, and whether we'll be ready. If you were impressed by this video, leave your like, subscribe, and comment. Would you survive a lunar impact?
Check, check. Check 1, check 2, check, check.
See you in the next episode, if we're still alive.